Rumi's Little Book of Life, translated by Mariam Mafi and Azima Melita Collin. Each one of us is on an inner journey, and this book is a guide for that journey. Use it as a means for exploring the self, or simply read the beauty of Rumi's poetry. Part 1, Garden of the Soul. Come back, my soul. How much longer will you linger in the garden of deceit? I have sent you 100 messages. I have shown you 100 ways. Either you never read them or you ignore my advice. Come back, my soul. Do not waste time with the cold-hearted. They do not know your worth. Why do you seek water when you are the stream? Have you forgotten? You are the king's falcon. You are a ray of the beloved, a divine wonder. Indulging our pride, we run after every fleeting image. How odd that being so unimportant, we cultivate such grand illusions. Do not grieve over past joys. Be sure they will reappear in another form. A child's joy is in milk and nursing, but once weaned, it finds new joy in bread and honey. Joy appears in many different forms. It moves from place to place. It may suddenly show in the falling rain or in the rosebed. It comes now as water, now as beauty, or as nourishing bread. But suddenly, it may show its face from behind the veil and destroy all idols that prevent you from seeking the divine. In sleep, when soul leaves the body, you may dream of yourself as a tall cypress or as a beautiful rose, but we won't, my friend. All these phantoms dissolve into thin air once the soul returns to the body. Do not rely on anything but your heart. Man may tolerate the rain for a while, but soon he looks for shelter, while ducks quack happily, for rainwater is their sustenance. The intellect is luminous and seeks justice. So why does the dark ego prevails over it? But the ego is at home in the body, while the intellect is only a visitor. The ego dog at his own door is like a lion. If one were to tell an unborn child that outside the womb there is a glorious world with green fields and lush gardens, high mountains and vast seas, with a sky lit by the sun and the moon, the unborn would not believe such absurdity. Still, in the dark womb, how could he imagine the indescribable majesty of this world? In the same way, when the mystic speaks of the worlds beyond scent and color, the common man, defiant by greed and blinded by self-interest, cannot grasp their reality. Having built a hen house for yourself, do not invite a camel in. The hen house is your body. The hen is your intellect, and the camel is love's majesty in all its glory. The five senses are linked together, for all five have grown from the same root. When one is strengthened, the rest are enhanced. Seeing enhances speech, communication increases vision, and sight stimulates and awakens every sense to spiritual perception. If one sense breaks free from its bonds, having a glimpse of the invisible, it makes it apparent to all the others. You have seen how, when one sheep jumps over the creek, the whole flock follows. So drive the flock of your senses to pasture and let them graze on the heavenly flowers in the garden of truth. Tell me, my lover asked me tenderly, how could you live without me? I said, without you, I am lost like a fish out of water. He smiled, this is only your own fault. Suddenly, my guest appeared. Startled, my heart asked, who is there? The glorious moon, answered my soul. The guest was in the house, but we, like lunatics, were running in the streets searching for him. I am here, he kept calling from inside, while we, like doves, kept cooing. Where? Where are you? As when a crowd gathers in the night shouting, help! Help! There is a thief! And the thief, who is among them, also keeps shouting. He cries, mixed with and drowned by the crowd. The saying, he is with you, means in your search for him, he is with you, closer to you than yourself. Why seek outside? Melt like snow, wash yourself from yourself, and let love grow in your soul, silently as a lily. Only ignorance keeps a bird encaged. The masters have fled from their cage and have become guides, showing that the only way out of ignorance is faith. You have the habit of walking slowly, holding grudges and resentments, ill-tempered and greedy, small-minded, and with so many attachments. How do you expect to attain union? Leave this muddy water and seek clarity. Being so weak, you need all the help and the grace of God to overcome the waves and reach the shore to safety. Take shelter with those who need no shelter. Only on the horse of love can you go beyond the sun and moon to behold the perfect one. Cautioning cannot unravel the secret of truth, nor giving away your wealth and position. Mere words do not exalt the heart, pain is the price that the heart has to pay. You may be proud and conceited, but you cannot impress the sun by flirting. Stop walking in your own shadow, wallowing in your foolish thoughts. Raise your head, look at the sun, walk among the flowers, become a human being. Do not dwell in darkness like a night bird prey for the monsters of your imagination. Get up and seek the light. Look towards the sun. This body is a guest house. Each morning someone new arrives. Welcome them all, for they may be messengers from the invisible. Do not feel burdened by them, or they may go back to non-existence. Each time a thought enters your heart, treat it as an honored guest. Your worth is shown by the thoughts you entertain. Embrace sorrowful thoughts, for they sweep the house of your heart clean. Scatter the withered leaves and pull out the twisted roots, preparing the ground for the new shoots of joy. What sorrow takes away from the heart, it replaces with something better. Without the fury of thunder and lightning, the plants will be scorched by the sun. Be grateful for all you receive, good and bad alike, for it may be a gift from the treasury of spirit that will bring the fulfillment of your most secret desire. I wish that grief and sorrow would shatter your heart, disloyal lover, and deprive you of everything. you value in the world. As no one remembers me but sorrow, I bless it 1,000 times a day. Greetings from the drunken lover. You stole my heart, beloved. Now I am offering my life. Friends, let him intoxicate you completely, for being half drunk is of no use. His wine is like an electric spark for the soul. There are many pale faces in love's kingdom, much sorrow and many tears, but do not fear for your reputation. Once you become an empty cup, the wine bearer will fill you with divine love. Fear not for your reputation, you will be glorified. God has given us wine so potent that those intoxicated with it escape from the two worlds. He has put into the form of hashish a power that delivers the one who tastes it from self-consciousness. He has made sleep so it raises every thought. God has created thousands of wine that can take over our minds. Do not be deceived by every kind of wine. Jesus was intoxicated with God, his donkey with barley. Seek the wine of joy from the blessed ones, in whom it is stored. Every object of love is like a jar, one full with dregs, another full of pure pearls. Any wine will get you high, but be a connoisseur and taste with caution. Judge like a king and choose the one not tainted with fear and vain expectations.